This tutorial is by Cooper Collier, lead programmer with WatersWebWorks.com. Please visit our TeamDesk expert listing if you need assistance or have any questions, and we'll be happy to help.
Now we're looking at, let's do a quick review of where we're at. So we have some tables here. Let's imagine that we have some concerts and some places where the concerts are going to be, some security guards and persons that have attended a concert, all in there. Now, go. We might want to get information about the persons who've gone to a concert. So what we can do is we want to know their age groups maybe, or any of this information about the concert attendees that we put in the database. So what we normally use is a table for that. So a table lets us pull out what we want from the database. So we might just pull out just the CD column and get the number on it. Something like a summary, we have all these tables for that. And these tables are also used in our references and relations. But now maybe we want to know, something about, concert that the person has gone to or is, let's say, a favorite of theirs. There's a good one. So we need to know which is the favorite concert for the person. So how we do that is we simply make a reference to the concert. So we would have a new column that would say concert or favorite concert. And then when we pull down the menu, we can select the concert, and there it is. If we wanted to know the concert's place it happened, we would just make a reference to the place it happened. And then we would use lookups right here to pick up the information about the venue. So we would go to concerts and then know that the concert was being held at such and such stadium at such and such an address. So that's references for assigning one thing to another. And we move up, and sometimes we need to gather information about two things that are not directly related. So that's where we use non-references with our relation. So, and it also allows us to add another subview or another report. So we just click on there. My thing's not double clicking. So this is where we use the unreferenced tables. We just link them together, and there's no solid reference between these two, but we can match. We could say, I want to know for the concert attendees, they went to concert such and such. So what we would do is go to venue and search for the concert and match the concert to the concert here, and then we'd have a list of people. In many cases, a view is a better way to get the information from one place to another, but not always. So now, this is where we get into the new stuff. What happens when we wish to assign multiple things to something that has multiple things in it? Now you think about that carefully. Before, we can assign a favorite concert to a person by making a reference column here, and you pick it. But for security guards, okay, if the security guard maybe only worked once, you can assign a concert to it. You can have a column that says concert and have it in there. But typically your security guard would work multiple concerts. So you have the option of changing your column, your reference, to say something to the effect of current concert, and then you'd select it. But then you'd have no record of where they worked. You'd only have a record of the one concert. Another solution would be to maybe put 2 boxes. The guy's only going to work 2 of them, so you'd have concert 1, concert 2. And that definitely works for 2 concerts, but what if you have 3 and then 4? Maybe a guy really good, so you let him work 5 concerts or maybe 6. So you got to keep adding the columns. And that's what many people do with their database, but the column creep becomes ridiculous sometimes, and you no longer have any space, and you have blanks when you take them out, and lots of weird things, and you certainly lose track of things, and the reporting gets very ugly, especially since you would be also assigning multiple, not only are you assigning multiple concerts to the same guard, you're also would be wanting to assign multiple guards to the same concert. So maybe on the concert side, you'd put 5 spots because you'd have 5 concerts, but maybe the Bee Gees reunion comes back to town. You're really going to need 1 guard. So what are you going to do those extra columns for that one? They're just left blank and it's messy. So there is a way to deal with this. And if you remember very beginning of these things, or if you skip them, you go back. But we got to, when we first made references, we had this, my mouse kind of disappeared. There we go. This second choice here called many to many. And I said, let's ignore that. That's now we're no longer ignoring that. That is what is used to make a join between these. And it's confusing. And let's look at how it works, and then I'm going to show you in TeamDesk. And so I'm jumping into something a little different here because it makes more sense, because explaining things 2 ways typically helps. So let's say we have a table with cars and a table with colors. So these are all our standard colors for our cars. Well, maybe the Honda Civic is red, but you know what? They're more colors. He's also green. See? So we need to assign 2 colors. But also the green could be for the Mustang. The Mustang is blue and green. We have to put those together. Whereas the Thunderbird actually has 1, 2 colors. See, these all get mixed up. You're trying to get them, and there's no way to actually assign that many. You'd have to know ahead of time. So what this does is it actually makes us a new table. It's a second table that sits in between, and it's from the user side, it is hidden. But what it does is it makes a new table with 2 columns. One is car, one is color. And these 2 are reference columns. And this reference column goes to cars, and this one goes to colors. So now you have a record for each combination. You have one that says Civic and it's red. So this reference is just saying Civic referred to the link, but we make a lookup that goes to this, which is looked up from over here. Confusing? Yes, it is. But this is the way to do it. It's, every database I've ever seen, we do it this way. We make a second table so you can make them go. It's called a link table, cross-reference table, a couple different names, but that is what this does.